The cantina on Station Zirian hummed with the usual mix of species drowning their sorrows or celebrating victories. In a dimly lit corner booth, Frairen shuffled a deck of cards with practiced ease, his scarred human hands moving with deceptive casualness. "I still don't understand this game," Rimiki said, her feathered crest fluttering with annoyance. The Avarian security officer had been his partner for 3 years now, but human customs still baffled her. "Poker's simple," Frairen grinned, dealing the cards. "You lie, everyone else lies, whoever lies best wins." "That's insane. Zephyrians have a saying, truth has wings, lies have chains. Humans have a different saying, it's not a lie if you believe it hard enough." Their mark sat 3 tables away, Grax the Collector, a Moldavian crime boss who looked like someone had given sentience to a pile of toxic waste. He ran illegal fighting rings across 12 systems, and tonight, Frairen and Rimiki were going to shut him down. "Remember," Frairen murmured, studying his cards, "we need him to invite us to his private game. That's where he keeps his data cores. And your plan is to play cards? Trust me." Frairen stood, swaying slightly, a calculated stumble that caught Grax's attention. He made his way to the crime boss's table, credits chinking audibly in his pocket. "Mind if I join?" Frairen slurred, playing up the drunk human act. "Been looking for a real game." Grax's 4 eyes narrowed. "Humans aren't known for their gambling prowess. That's because you haven't played the right humans." Frairen dropped a credit stick worth 50,000 units on the table. "Unless you're scared of a drunk primate?" The insult worked. Within minutes, Frairen was seated at the table, cards in hand. Rimiki took position at the bar, pretending to nurse a drink while keeping watch. The first few hands, Frairen lost spectacularly. He complained loudly, ordered more drinks, made increasingly desperate bets. Grax's bodyguards relaxed. Just another human fool about to lose everything. Then Frairen won a hand. Pure luck, it seemed. Then another. "Beginner's fortune," Grax growled, his pseudopods twitching. Maybe, Frairen agreed, then proceeded to take the next 3 hands with increasingly improbable cards. Rimiki watched her partner work, finally understanding. Frairen wasn't just playing cards, he was playing the entire room. Every loss had been calculated to make his wins seem like luck. Every complaint, every drunk gesture was precisely choreographed. "You're cheating," Grax accused. Frairen spread his hands innocently. "Check me. Check the cards. Check everything." They did. They found nothing because there was nothing to find. Frairen wasn't cheating at cards, he was cheating at psychology. He'd spotted every tell, every nervous twitch, every unconscious pattern in his opponent's behavior. "Double or nothing," Grax snarled. "My private table. High stakes. Lead the way." The private room was exactly what they needed, Grax's personal office, data cores humming in wall units. For more players joined them, all serious criminals who looked like they ate rookies for breakfast. "New game," Grax announced. "Alterian rules. No limits." Rimiki's feathers stood on end. Alterian poker was lethal, players could bet anything, including years of their life. She'd seen people age decades in a single hand. Frairen just smiled. "My favorite." What followed was the most insane game of cards Rimiki had ever witnessed. Frairen didn't just play, he performed. He told stories, cracked jokes, bought rounds for everyone. He lost hands dramatically and won others with theatrical flair. Within an hour, he had the entire table eating out of his hand. "You know what?" Frairen said, arranging his cards. "This is too easy. Let's make it interesting. I'll play the next hand blind." "Blind?" Grax leaned forward. "You won't even look at your cards?" "Where's the fun if there's no risk?" Frairen pushed all his winnings forward. "Everything on this hand. And if I win, I want a job." "Heard you're hiring." Grax laughed. A sound like garbage disposal eating itself. "You're insane, human. I accept." Frairen never touched his cards. He played purely on reading his opponents, on probability, on sheer audacious bluff. When the final card was revealed, the room went silent. "Royal flush. Blind." "That's impossible," someone whispered. "Improbable," Frairen corrected, finally flipping his cards. "But humans specialize in improbable." Grax stared at the cards, then at Frairen, then burst into laughter. "You magnificent bastard. Yes, you're hired. Welcome to my organization." 2 hours later, Frairen and Rimiki walked out with complete copies of Grax's criminal network data. The crime boss never suspected that Frairen had used the celebration drinks to plant nanotrackers on every data core or that Rimiki's drunk stumbling had mapped every security system. "How?" Rimiki asked once they were clear. How did you get a royal flush playing blind? Frairen grinned, pulling a second deck from his coat. I didn't. I got absolute garbage. But I knew Grax would be so stunned by my confidence that he'd fold before the reveal. Then I just swapped the cards during the celebration. You cheated. I told you at the beginning poker's simple. You lie, everyone else lies, whoever lies best wins. He paused. Though technically, I prefer to think of it as creative truth management. Rimiki shook her head, but she was smiling. 3 years of partnership and you still surprise me. Stick around, partner. You haven't seen anything yet. As they headed back to their ship, sirens began wailing across the station. In 12 systems simultaneously, coordinated raids were shutting down Grax's entire operation based on their intel. Next time, Rimiki said. I choose the plan. Deal, Frairen agreed. But I'm still shuffling the cards.